Most of the time, we trust what we see, hear, and remember. We think our senses are faithful recorders of the world. But that's not how the human brain actually works. What you call reality is a story your mind constructs, a simplified, edited version of what's truly out there. Your brain doesn't just passively record information. It actively predicts what will happen next based on past experience. Instead of showing you raw data, it shows you the most likely interpretation of that data. In other words, you don't experience the world directly, you experience your brain's best guess of it. Optical illusions don't trick your eyes. They trick your interpretation. These illusions work because your brain fills in gaps using assumptions. That's normal. Most of the time, your predictions are useful, but sometimes they lead you astray. Memory isn't like a video recording stored on a hard drive. Each time you remember something, your brain rebuilds that memory. It weaves together pieces and fills in gaps, sometimes with things that never happened. That's why two people can remember the same event differently. Memory is not truth. It's reconstruction. Your senses are bombarded with more information than the brain could ever fully process. To cope, it filters out most of what it senses and highlights only what matters. That's why, when you learn a new word or idea, suddenly you notice it everywhere. Your brain is now looking for it. Humans are pattern-seeking creatures. The brain constantly looks for similarities, even where none exist. When you see something once and then see it again, it feels familiar, not because the world changed, but because your brain noticed it this time. This phenomenon is called the frequency illusion. Two people looking at the same event might remember it completely differently because their brains filter, predict, and fill in information uniquely. Your perception of reality isn't a single objective truth. It's your brain's personal interpretation. Neuroscience now shows that the brain doesn't wait for all data before deciding what it is. It predicts and fills in what it thinks is likely. This is why expectations strongly shape what you perceive. Your brain is constantly guessing, correcting, and refining. But your conscious mind never sees that process. In everyday life, your brain doesn't show you truth. It shows you what it thinks is important. It compresses enormous amounts of data into a coherent experience so you can function smoothly. This is why your perception feels seamless, but it is fundamentally an edited version of reality. So, the next time you think you are seeing the world exactly as it is, remember, your brain has already rewritten the script. It prioritizes survival over accuracy, meaning what you perceive is useful, not true. The world you experience is a survival-optimized illusion. What is reality is not just a philosophical question. It's a cognitive one.